Hey kids, today we are continuing factoring without a leading coefficient. It's going to be really similar to yesterday, which I know you liked better than factoring by grouping, so this is good. So yesterday we talked about things like x squared plus bx plus c, where I found the factors of c that summed to some b. I know we used real numbers, don't freak out at the extra letters. We also did things when we had a negative b, where my factors of c were both negative so that they could add to some negative bx, but my c was still positive. The only difference today is going to be that we're going to have a negative c. So we might have something like x squared plus bx, but we're going to have that minus c. So let's go ahead and start with an example. We have x squared minus x minus 20. I'm going to set up my t-chart over to the side still. So I want factors of negative 20 that will sum to negative 1. That means one of my factors is going to be positive and one of them is going to be negative if they multiply to a negative 20. So I could list them out. I could try negative 5, positive 4, but I could also try negative 4, positive 5. When I add negative 5 and positive 4, I get negative 1, which is the sum I'm looking for. But when I add negative 4 and positive 5, I have a positive 1. So I'm going to take these factors, and when I plug them in over here, I keep my x as the first spot, and then I have a minus 5 and a plus 4 from my factor table. If we try another one, x squared plus 29x minus 30, now I'm looking for factors of 30, or excuse me, of negative 30, that sum to a positive 29. So here when I wanted a negative sum, my larger factor had to be negative. Here I want a positive sum, so my larger factor should be positive. So I can try my usual ones, like 1 and negative 30, but my larger factor should be positive, because when I add 1 and negative 30, I'm going to get negative 29. If I switch the signs and do negative 1 and 30, I will get the sum of 29. So when I come over here to plug those in, I should get x plus 30, x minus 1. Try this next one on your own. We'll have x squared minus 4x minus 12. You should have gotten x minus 6, x plus 2. And just like yesterday, we can solve using this factoring. If I have x squared minus 3x equal to 28, the first thing I need to do is move that 28 over to the other side, so I'm going to subtract it on both sides. When I do this, I'll get x squared minus 3x minus 28. And I'll apply my factoring table, just like I did to the examples above. So I'll have factors of negative 28 that sum to negative 3. And don't forget this is set equal to 0. I think I forgot to bring that down. So factors of negative 28 that sum to negative 3. I could try 7 and negative 4, but that sums to positive 3, so I need to change my signs. So I have negative 7 and 4, which will sum to negative 3. So my two factors over here would be x minus 7, x plus 4, and that's equal to 0. I set each individual factor equal to 0, so I have x minus 7 equals 0, and x plus 4 equals 0. Now I'm just solving a one-step equation. On this one, I add 7 to both sides, so x is equal to 7. On this one, I subtract 4 from both sides, so x is equal to negative 4. That's really it. So the sub is going to pass out a paper. It has 24 questions. Go ahead and just do the even ones. There should be 2 to 3 prime answers in that. Hope you have a good day.